Just relax your arm for me, Bob.
There are a few sites more hopeful than this.
Just a little tiny prick.
Week 1 of the COVID vaccine rollout at the Royal Hospital, Chelsea. A 98-year-old D-Day veteran, Lance Corporal Bob Sullivan, is first in line.
It's affected me the same as everyone else. And obviously I can't see my family, who most of them live at Windsor, which is not all that far away, but regardless, they can get here, but cannot see me.
You miss them?
Well done, Eddie.
There'll be a Christmas of sorts here, but they won't forget the 12 Chelsea pensioners who lost their lives to COVID.
Have you succeeded? Yeah. Good lad.
Most are receiving their first jab today. But beyond these walls, there's a debate started by the former Prime Minister Tony Blair about whether more people should be given just 1, not 2 doses of the vaccine.
They could certainly see immunity building up after the first dose. But what we don't know is what that level of immunity would be if you only gave 1 dose over the longer term, because those data are not available from that trial. You would need to have new research that followed up those people and looked at what the full immunity over the longer term was just from a single dose.
Just going to be squeezing your arm, okay?
The government say they're working hard on the biggest vaccine rollout in the NHS's history. Around 500,000 have had their first jab, but there are questions about the pace of the rollout. We were supposed to have 4 million doses by the end of the year. It's still unclear how many are in the country, and there's frustration among some GPs who don't yet have the vaccine.
I understand the frustration of colleagues. They are putting a huge amount of work into getting their vaccine sites up and ready, contacting eligible patients, and this is particularly elderly patients, in their 80s, 90s, even centenarians, those in their hundreds, coming to vaccination centres, but doing that at really short notice, and that's because of the logistical challenges with this particular vaccine. Once it's defrosted, it has to be used within 3.5 days.
We are still at the very beginning of the vaccine rollout. There are enormous challenges. But for Bob, at least, it is the beginning of the end. Ali Fortescue, Sky News.